Hello and welcome to Matt Loves Eurovision. It's my Eurovision 2023 Top 37 countdown. It's place number 15 and Italy, Marco Mengoni, Duo Vite. Please do click on the subscribe button, ring that notification bell and like, share and comment below. You'll also find the link to the video, the music video in the description, as well as a link to my review and my blog site. So Sweden is rightly considered one of the current Eurovision superpowers, but it is not a unipolar world, for there is their superpower rival is Italy. Since their return in 2011, Italy has only twice finished outside the top 10. They've been runners-up twice, and of course they were the 2021 winners. One of those top 10 finishes that they've had was from Marco Mengoni over about a decade ago in 2013, and he is back again this year. Can he improve upon his 7th place that he achieved back then? So Marco returned to the Sanremo Music Festival this year, and with his victory with Duo Vite, it gave him the right to be the Italian Eurovision entry, which he duly took up. He's had to make a few changes to the song because of the 3-minute limit that you have for Eurovision, but it's another sort of classic contemporary male Italian ballad. His 2013 entry, L'essenziale, was also a fairly contemporary ballad. The shortening of the track by about 40 seconds or so doesn't seem to have changed it too much. All the big money vocal moments are still there. It still has some of those catchy hooks that he has within the song as well. The focus though really is on Marco's vocal and his emoting through the song. He's not been idle in between when he was in Eurovision last time in those years. He's done half a dozen albums. He's been on tour several times. He's had a string of singles that have all charted well in the Italian charts. In other words, he is an established and successful popular recording artist. Duo Vite is a really classy song, as we've often come to expect from Italy. I think Sanremo has its flaws as a selection process, or being used as the way that they select their Eurovision entry, principally because Sanremo tends to skew quite heavily towards male artists winning, but it does provide quality entries because it really tests the vocal ability and the performing ability, that confidence in performing of those artists. So they're all thoroughly tested before they even get to Eurovision. And the tracks, of course, are voted on not just from a voting public, but a demoscopic jury and Italian press and music. So there's a lot of things that go behind winning Sanremo, so it does help their chances a lot when they get to Eurovision. Marco's a great singer. He puts a lot of emotion into singing the song. And I do prefer this, I have to say, to L'Essenziale. It's a little bit more, I wouldn't say up-tempo, but it's just a few more hooks in it, and I think it just enables him to emote sort of more than L'Essenziale. I mean, I have to say, my favourite song from Marco is an up-tempo summer bop called La Mastasera, which is out a year or two ago. So there's a link in my blog post if you want to catch that one out. It does feel like he's matured very well, very nicely as an artist over the years. This isn't a groundbreaking entry by any means. Contrary to what I was saying about I like things that are unusual and different, this is not unusual or different necessarily. But it does feel good to have a representative of the classic male ballad at the contest, because there aren't really many others. I mean, I think we have Switzerland and Cyprus and Greece, but they aren't, I wouldn't call them the kind of the contemporary male ballad. They are slightly different. This is the only one really of its genre, and it's a jolly good one at that. People underestimate this at their peril. He hasn't been to any of the pre-parties at all. Doesn't really need to. He's an experienced artist. He's been to Eurovision before. He doesn't need to build up that confidence or that understanding of the contest. He already has that. And so I think perhaps amongst the fandom, because it was quite a while ago, it was early February that Sanremo took place, there hasn't been perhaps a great deal of hype about it or people talking about it. But I think people have been reminded recently of just how good a performer he is and what a quality song it is. He did a live performance of the Eurovision version of the song on a German talk show recently. It is actually proving very popular, perhaps surprisingly so, in the OGA fan club vote, which is all of the fan clubs across Europe voting for their favourites. And that tends to skew towards female bops and Western and Northern countries. And it's doing very well in that vote. I can't see this not doing well with the juries. I really can't see this not doing well with the juries. Not least because it is the only male ballad of its type in the contest. Now, I don't think this is going to be another win for Italy, necessarily, but I don't think we should be ruling out a top 10 result just yet. But what do you think of the track? Do you think he will better his position from 2013? Do let me know in the comments and come back and join me again very soon.